Hello there, you amazing viewers and subscribers, and welcome to a brand new Doctor Who ranking video. So in this video, I'm going to be ranking all of the Doctors. I'm going from 15th place down to 1st place. Now, I have added Joe Martin into this list and John Hurt. The only two I haven't added is Richard Herndon and, of course, David Bradley, because they still played the first Doctor. And the first Doctor is technically William Hartnell, but they just recast the first Doctor because William Hartnell passed away. And I can't really class them as Doctors because Hartnell is basically the first Doctor. I can't really class them as first Doctors. Although I do class them as the first Doctor as well. Just different points of their time stream, you know. I have to say it that way. So sit there with your sonic screwdrivers, your long coats, your bow ties, your fezzes, your sonic screwdrivers, your scarves, cricket jumpers, question mark jumpers, rainbow coats, and let's dive into ranking all of the Doctors. So in 15th place, it is the lovey-dovey Doctor, aka the 10th Doctor, David Tennant. How can I get this through? He's my least favourite Doctor out of all of it. I mean, he's so lovey-dovey stuff. I hate Series 2 because of it. Series 3, the way he treats Martha, and she's a bit like a rebound. It's like, and then, of course, we get to Donna, and that's when Tennant gets amazing for me. I love Series 4. Series 4 is the phenomenal Tennant's era for the Tennant, because I just love it from Voyage of the Damned up to The Waters of Mars. Well, technically the End of Time Part 1, because End of Time Part 2 drops massively. I don't know, all that build-up we had in Part 1, I just think it never went anywhere for Part 2, apart from bringing the Time Lords back and stuff. So that's the one thing about the Tennant era. I really like Series 4. Series 4 is my all-time favourite. Series 2, yes, they do bring back the Cybermen. Yes, they're from a parallel universe, which is kind of good. We've got the U2 part, which I do enjoy. We've got Army of Ghosts and Doomsday, which I really enjoy. Teeth and Claws score reunion. But that's just mainly it. All the other episodes, it's just like drivel for me. I don't like New Earth. I definitely don't like the Christmas Invasion. I really don't like the Girl in the Fireplace, even though people think that's a classic. I'm like, nah, I don't really class that as a classic. I really don't class that one as a classic. Idiot's Lantern, again, that one's just like the Doctor and Rose being all lovey-dovey in half of it, and then she gets her face stolen off, which is pretty cool. I like when her face gets stolen off, but then, you know, they call a lot of Series 2. So anyway, coming out of the Tennant era, in 14th place, I'm sorry to say this, it is Jodie Whittaker, the 13th Doctor. Now, I do like Jodie's Doctor. I do prefer a lot more to Tennant's Doctor. It's just, I really think she has suffered with a lot of bad writing from Chris Chibnall, and I really have to say that. Jodie, I think she's a fantastic actor. I think she's done really well for the first female Doctor. And the thing is, though, I kind of like what they were trying to do, but again, some of the storytelling wasn't really there for this kind of era, specifically Series 11. Series 11's got a few good stories, where the rest of it's just like, oh, okay, well, you know, I still like Series 11, I'm still going to watch Series 11, but it's not really the best Jodie series. I mean, for me, the best Jodie series is Series 12. I love Series 12 and 13. Them two are great for the 13th Doctor. I mean, Fugitive of the Juju, fantastic. Spyfall, fantastic. And then, of course, Associate of the Cybermen, that's a good Cyberman story. And The Haunting of Philadelphia, something like that. Great stories. But then, of course, we go to some other stories in there, like Oxygen, with that woman screaming, Benny, 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 Benny. You know, every 5 minutes, he's like, Benny, Benny, Benny. It's like, what? He's dead, love. Just get over it. Yeah, he's dead. He died. We don't care no more. You know, just get, you know. That's the one thing I have to say. But Jodie's Doctor, if I was going to compare her to the 10th Doctor, yeah, I kind of like her a bit more than the 10th Doctor, because, yes, I know they're doing that whole, like, in the Legend of the Sea Devils and even the Daleks, they've kind of gone for the 13th Doctor's, like, fall for Yaz, which is kind of good in my opinion, because I do kind of like that one. It's not too much, like the whole thing, it wasn't too much in our faces like it was with Ten and Rose. And that's the whole thing. I really think Ten and Rose were just shoved in our faces a lot of Series 2, where this relationship between 13 and Yaz, not even thrown in our faces that much, and I really do enjoy it for that. 13th place, it is Joe Martin now, the fugitive Doctor from Fugitive of the Juju. I kind of like her performance as the Doctor. I like the fact she reminds me so much a bit of John Pertwee's Doctor. Now, apparently she's before Hartnell, so is John Pertwee taking essence from her doctor into his doctor? We just don't know now, because it's all gone timey-wimey and stuff. And I really do enjoy Jo Martin. Now, she's going into Big Finish, as you know, I'm building up my Big Finish collection. So I'm quite looking forward to getting her very first Big Finish box set, and then I can see what I think more of the Fugitive Doctor. 12th place. Yeah, in 12th place, it's John Hurt, the man who played the war incarnation of the Doctor that fought in the Time War. I absolutely do like John Hurt. I mean, come on, I've got Casualties of War for him for Big Finish, and he's absolutely amazing in Big Finish, as well as he is for Day of the Doctor. I really do enjoy John Hurt's portrayal as the War Doctor. Again, fantastic and stuff. The one thing I really can't say that is just I haven't really experienced his Doctor a lot. I know he's got 4 Big Finish box sets. I've got one of them. I just got to get the other 3. But I do need to experience more of the War Doctor before I can actually put him a bit higher. You know, it could be a very, very lot higher. You know, it's John Hurt. John Hurt's fantastic in Harry Potter. He's fantastic as in Merlin. But I just really can't say I really haven't listened to enough of the War Doctor. I mean, that box it's got 3 CDs, and of course they have the Doctor. So 1 TV adventure is in, apart from the last like minute or so for the name of the Doctor, and then of course we go to Big Finish. I wish we had more screen time for the War Doctor. I really do. 11th place. It is the 8th Doctor, Paul McGann. Now, Paul McGann has grown in my opinion. I just love listening to the 8th Doctor. My favourite series of his is Dark Eyes from Big Finish. I really do enjoy the TV movie, and I really do enjoy Night of the Doctor for his 2 TV appearances. But, as you remember, in my top 10, I did put him in 6th place. I was loving Big Finish at the point, but the thing is, though, I've gone back and rewatched some more First Doctor stories, and I have to say the First Doctor is a lot better than the 8th Doctor, in my opinion. But I really do enjoy the 8th Doctor. I do love him in Big Finish. Big Finish is absolutely amazing stuff for the 8th Doctor. I love the fact we hear him in Dark Eyes. He's got no hope. He's just lost Lucy Miller. He's got no hope, and then of course he gets pulled into this mission by the Time Lords. He's got to go and save Molly O'Sullivan, who's my favourite 8th Doctor companion. I really do like Molly O'Sullivan. She's a fantastic companion. If you haven't listened to any of Dark Eyes 1 to 3, I do recommend it, because I know she isn't in Dark Eyes 4, which is a bit of a shame. Really a bit of a shame, but I would have loved to, which is why I'm trying to get Dark Eyes 4, so I could just finish off Dark Eyes. I really do like her character development with the 8th Doctor, and I do like the 8th Doctor. I have listened to him with Lucy Miller in Max Warp. Yeah, okay, they're pretty good. I have listened to quite a few on Spotify with him and Charlie, which is real good. They're quite a good companion duo as well. But I really do enjoy the 8th Doctor with Molly O'Sullivan. And if I could, I would have put him a bit higher. But some Doctors have really moved up a lot in this list, and some Doctors have moved down. And I'm sorry to say that to the 8th Doctor, because it hurts me just to put him in 11th place. 10th place, it is the 11th Doctor, played by Matt Smith. I just really enjoy Matt Smith's run as the 11th Doctor. From Series 5, flat out amazing. Series 6, I think Stephen Moffat was burning himself out with Sherlock, by being the showrunner into Sherlock and Doctor Who, and I really think Doctor Who does suffer with a bit of that, especially in Series 7 as well. Series 7, I kind of see it overlacking, because I think he was spending more time on Sherlock. I really do like the Matt Smith era. If I could say my favourite companions for the 11th Doctor, it's Amy and Rory. He didn't have enough time with Clara, even though I do prefer Clara with the 11th Doctor. I just need to... If Big Finish can get Matt Smith in and have Jenna Coleman as well, and carry on some adventures in between those stories for Series 11, or some stories in between Day of the Doctor and Time of the Doctor, or even the Name of the Doctor and the Day of the Doctor, you know, you could have fit some great stories in there for Big Finish for the 11th Doctor with Clara. So I'm quite hoping they do get them too. But I have to say, Amy and Rory have got more stories with the 11th Doctor. I love Series 5 with them in, and I love the fact Rory keeps dying. I mean, I love that post somebody put on Facebook. Oh my god, they killed Rory from South Park instead of it being Kenny. Oh my god, they killed Rory, because Rory does die quite a lot in Series 5 and 6. And I think he did. No, he didn't die in Series 7. Well, he did in a way, but with the gravestone. But I don't really think he proper died, because we see him die in Amy's Choice. Then we see him die by a Silurian. Then, of course, he comes back as a Roman. Then he drowns. I mean, come on, people say Captain Jack keeps dying, but Rory's died amount of times as well. Poor Rory. But the 11th Doctor, I really do like his performance. He reminds me a bit so much of Troughton, and I just absolutely love that for that. 9th place, it is the 9th Doctor, Christopher Eccleston. I am loving listening to Chris Eccleston through Big Finish. Big Finish has absolutely done some great stuff with Chris. I mean, I'm listening to Lost Warriors. I haven't got response to calls. I love Ravages, because that's just a fantastic box set. And then I'm listening to Lost Warriors, and I really love the first one, the Hunting Season. The 9th Doctor, I absolutely genuinely love. He was the Doctor that brought Doctor Who back. Yes, he's encountered Cybermen now in Big Finish. He's encountered Autons. He's encountered Daleks on TV. Back in Big Finish, is encountering the Santarans soon. And I'm really grateful that we're getting more 9th Doctor adventures with some classic Doctor Who monsters. Imagine the 9th Doctor with the Santarans. And I kind of hoping Big Finish carries on diving into the 9th Doctor's life, even if they can get Billy Piper in with Eccleston and then carry on some stories in between stories of series 1. I have to say, because I really think that'd be interesting for them to listen to. I just love Billy Piper with Christopher Eccleston in series 1. Absolutely fantastic, I have to say, for series 1. I love the Gelf. The Gelf is fantastic in The Unquite Dead. The Savine episodes, they are okay. I do kind of enjoy them. Daleks, absolutely amazing. Bad Wolf and Partner of the Ways, absolutely amazing. The Doctor dances, fantastic. Just absolutely fantastic. I really love the 9th Doctor for that. In 8th place, it is the 5th Doctor, played by Peter Davison. Yes, I do like the 5th Doctor. I've really got a soft spot for the 5th Doctor. The Doctor that couldn't save his companion Adric. But Big Finish has done some great stuff with Davison. I could praise in this both Big Finish, don't I? I love every single one of his stories. If I can say 5 best TV stories for the 5th Doctor: Earthshock, The 5 Doctors, The Visitation, Resurrection of Daleks, and The Case of Androsani. They're the 5 best stories of the 5th Doctor out of his era that I just absolutely genuinely love. I might probably do that, 5 best stories from each Doctor's era, what I really do enjoy. That might be a good video for me to do at some point. I really like the dark stuff that we kind of have in Resurrection of the Daleks and Planet of Evil. No, sorry, Planet of Fire. Evil's Tom Baker, what am I about? And then, of course, we have the Caves of Androsani. But Resurrection and the Caves are 2 dark stories for the 5th Doctor. And they are pretty amazing. I mean, if you haven't seen them, go and check them out, because they're just absolutely fantastic stories for the 5th Doctor. So, jumping into 7th place, it is the 6th Doctor, played by Colin Baker. Now, I'm quite looking forward to season 22 coming out on Blu-ray. I really love season 22. Season 23 and season 22. Season 22 is the definite season for Colin Baker's Doctor. I just love Attack of the Cybermen, Adventures of Varos, Mark of the Irani, I do love, and Resurrection of the Daleks and the 2 Doctors. They're just 5 great stories out of the 7. I mean, the weak one is definitely Time Lash. Time Lash is proper weak for season 22. But of course, we've got some great stuff with Big Finish as well, like the first Lantaran. We also have some great stories like Hour of the Cybermen, which I haven't listened to yet, but that's pretty good. And he has got some great stories in the 6th Doctor's Last Adventure, which you can see what I'm pointing to on my Big Finish shelf. I absolutely do like the 6th Doctor. I think it's fantastic. He's a lot better than the 5th Doctor. Yes, even though some people say, oh, he's a bit of a prat, you know. He strangled Perry, yes, but that was through regeneration trauma, which was very, very disabled in the Twin Dilemma, even though the Twin Dilemma is the absolutely worst story for Colin Baker. Sorry. The Twin Dilemma, it's good. I can't say the word. I can't say anything nice about it. It's garbage. The Twin Dilemma is just pure garbage for the 6th Doctor, and I really think he deserved a better first story. If they would have put it straight in season 22 and season 21 with the regeneration of the 5th Doctor, I think people would have gone, oh, okay, the Doctor's regenerated. We've got time to get used before we see the new Doctor, you know. Absolutely fantastic. And then let's get to season 22. And that could have been a better story. Attack of the Sun could have been his first proper regeneration story. But no, we got that piece of crap for the Twin Dilemma. Absolutely. I can't say anything nice about the Twin. I'm coming off Colin Baker's completely, because he's only got 2 bad stories. The Twin Dilemma and, of course, Time Lash. In 6th place, it is William Hartnell. Now, I've gone back and we watched a lot of Hartnell stories over the last month. And to be honest with you, it's one of the reasons why I wanted to get a David Bradley box set. I wanted the First Doctor story for Big Finish as well. And I love the First Doctor. To be honest with you, he's really grown. He's gone from the grumpy old man. He really mellows over the course of his 3 seasons. I absolutely love the Dalek version of Earth. That's one of my favourite stories. Same with The Chase as well. And I love the fact he's there arguing with Ian and Barbara when they want to use the Dalek time machine to get home. He goes, nope, nope, nope. And then Vicky like kind of talks him around. He's like, okay, I will show them how to work it. But anything goes wrong, it's on your head. I love the First Doctor for that. And I love the fact we have him in the Aztecs where he's there talking to Barbara saying, you can't change history, not one line. Believe me, I know. And I really do like that line for the Aztecs. And I do like his kind of stories as well. I love the Daleks. The Daleks is just a fantastic story. I love the Return to Skara, even though it's a David Bradley story. I do prefer it. I class David Bradley as the First Doctor. Same with Richard Endell. So all of these are in one massive First Doctor. I really do enjoy Hartnell's performance in his stories. My favourite season 3 story is definitely the War Machines. I just love the War Machines because that's the very first time it shows the Doctor won't be intimidated, and I just really love it for that. Number 5, it is of course the 12th Doctor, played by Peter Capaldi. Same, he had some sort of arc going on with his Doctor from series 8, 9 and 10, because really between each of these seasons we kind of get a different 12th Doctor. We have the grumpy, darkish old man in series 8, then we go to this kind of comedian and stuff in series 9, and then series 10 we have a mixture between the two from series 8 and series 9, and it's more earthbound, a bit like John Pertwee's era. And I just love series 10 a lot more, and I do like Capaldi. Yes, Capaldi does suffer with a lot of bad writing. Before anybody says, how can you like Capaldi? Yes, Capaldi does suffer with bad writing, but he was the actor to still pull it off. I mean, look, I love his Saigon invasion speech. You call this a war, this funny little thing. This is not a war. I fought in a bigger war than you will ever know. I did worse things than you can ever imagine. Every time I close my eyes, I hear more screams than anyone could ever be able to count. Can I tell you what you do with that pain? Can I tell you where you put it? You hold it tight. It burns your hand. And you say this, no one else will have to live like this. No one else will have to deal with this pain. Not on my watch. I just love that speech. I really do. 4th place, it is John Pertwee. I just really love John Pertwee's Doctor. His era is absolutely fantastic. There's only one story I cannot physically go and rewatch because it's just terrible, which is The Mutants. That's the only story out of John Pertwee I just don't physically like, and I've only watched 2 episodes of it, and it's a 6-parter. I've got to go back and watch the other 4 at some point. I just can't get past episode 2. I really do like the mutants. I really do like the other stories. And my favourite is definitely the 3 Doctors. The 3 Doctors is just the definite article for a multi-Doctor story. I love Omega. I love the fact we've got the Time Lords. I love Unit. I love the Jowl Guards when they appear out of nowhere. I love John Pertwee's line, I reverse the polarity of the neutron flow. Reverse the polarity. I reverse the polarity of the neutron flow. That's a really mouthful if you haven't had long enough to try and sit here and say it. I mean, I just love that line. I reverse the polarity of the neutron flow, because John Pertwee was the very first Doctor to actually whop out that line, and in that the very first time we actually heard that was actually in the Daemons in season 8 back in 1971, and that's one that line sticked all through John Pertwee's era from season 8 down to season 11. And then of course we heard him say it again in the 5 Doctors. I love the fact he goes, I reverse the polarity of the neutron flow, so the time should be free from the force field now. I really love John Pertwee's Doctor. I love the smoke jackets and the frilly shirts. He's really a fantastic Doctor. I mean, come on. He's the man who can actually whop people's asses. Have a massive sword fight with the Master. He tries using his martial arts against the Sea Devil, and he does actually fail. But I really just love the 3rd Doctor. The 3rd Doctor is absolutely amazing. I do love his era in general. 3rd place is, of course, the 2nd Doctor, played by Patrick Troughton. I love Troughton. Troughton is absolutely amazing. If I could say for the 60s Doctors, Troughton is definitely the article Doctor for the 60s. I just really like his performance. His kind of cunningness, his cleverness, the way he literally manipulates events, where the 1st Doctor would try not to interfere. The 2nd Doctor arrives on the planet, right, that's it, something's wrong with this planet, I'm going to interfere. And then he makes things for the better. And then, of course, he just get put on trial for it. And exiled to Earth and forced to regenerate at the end of his life. But I just love Troughton's performance. I love the facts when he's there confronting the Ice Warriors, because the leader won't be happy if you kill me. I'm a genius. Genius. I just really love the Caesar death. That's just a fantastic. I love the fact when he's running away from the from the Ice Warriors. And he says, where he's there running, and he's like there, and you kind of see him like going like this, going, and then running around, and then he just comes across an Ice Warrior, turning around and goes like that, and he runs the other way. I really love it. I really love that scene from the Caesar death. It was an absolutely iconic Troughton scene. I just really love it. And I love his dynamic with his companions as well. His companions, I love him with Ben and Polly and Jamie. I love him with Jamie and Victoria, Jamie and Zoe. I just absolutely love all of his stories with his companions. My favourite companion, if I was going to say for the second Doctor, is definitely Jamie and Zoe. They're my favourite TARDIS team. My third favourite TARDIS team, I have to say. And I really do like that TARDIS team. It's just absolutely fantastic. And Troughton's Doctor is just really genuinely fantastic. I absolutely love it. I really do. I can't praise Troughton's Doctor enough, and I can't wait to do an actual review on the missing second Doctor Adventures by Big Finish I've got. So, second place, it is the seventh Doctor, played by Sylvester McCoy. What can I say? I love the seventh Doctor. It's such a shame he's only got 3 seasons before they cancelled the show. I have listened to and I've heard to some of the plots for season 27, which was actually going to be in the 90s, the first season in the 90s, until it got cancellated in 1989 in December. Thank you, BBC, whoever did that. You are a massive idiot for cancelling Doctor Who just when it's literally getting to be fantastic. After the highlight of season 26, fantastic season. I would have loved to see what season 27 would have looked like. I mean, I've just ordered on Big Finish the Thin Ice, which is what's going to be the second story for season 27. So I'm kind of looking forward to listening to that one. It's the 7th Doctor against Ice Warriors. I just love the 7th Doctor. I love him in all of his seasons. I mean, yeah, okay, Tamanarani ain't that bad, you know. If you know what's going on through the scenes, that was actually supposed to be a Colin Baker story, and Colin Baker was supposed to regenerate at the end into Sylvester, but Colin Baker did not want to come back and film his regeneration, so they just moved the regeneration from the end of the story to the beginning of the story, so they had to rearrange it that way. Paradise Tower's absolutely amazing. Down in the Bowman, yeah, it does suck, but it's a good... I do pretty much enjoy it for some of the stuff in it, with the Bowman and stuff. Dragonfire, absolutely amazing. I just love Dragonfire. Remember, it's the Daleks, again, a fantastic story. The 7th Doctor uses the end of Omega to turn Skaro's sun into a supernova, and he manipulates the Daleks into using it as well. So in the end, he causes genocide, not by himself, but he actually tricks the Daleks to do his work for him, and Davos, and I just love that the 7th Doctor did that. Happiness Patrol, fantastic. Silver Nemesis, not many people like it. I kind of got a really good soft spot for it. I love the Cybermen. Anything with the 87 throw in, I just love that story automatically. And I do like Silver Nemesis. The Greatest Show in the Galaxy, again, another great story when Sylvester McCoy walks out of that tent and the tent blows up, and that's his own stunt. Battlefield, yeah, it's got really bad incidental music, but the story plot is actually really, really good. And then, of course, we go to Ghostlight, again, fantastic. We go to The Curse of Tennant, one of my favourite Doctor Who stories of all time. Actually, it's my all-time favourite Doctor Who story. I never would have put this ages ago, but bloody hell, Curse of Fenric over the recent years has really moved up, and it's become my all-time favourite Doctor Who story, and I always go back and rewatch that one. And Survival, which is just absolutely good, and I just love Sylvester McCoy's run as the 7th Doctor. And then, of course, number 1 is, of course, as you can tell behind me with the cardboard cutout, it is the one and only Tom Baker. I just love every single season of Tom's Doctor. It's funny, it's iconic, he's got some serious moments. I love seasons 12 to 14. My favourite season out of them is definitely 13. I just love season 13. Season 15, good. It's got some aspects of it that I really don't like. I mean, like Underworld and the Invasion of Time. I really think Leela deserved a better goodbye story. The Key to Time, yeah, it's got 3 good stories. Some stories I like. I do like the other stories, but they're not really the strongest. For me, I've considered Pirate Planet, Stones of Blood, and the Armageddon Factor to be the 3 strongest ones, where my least favourite is the Reboss Operation, which is the first story for season 16. And I do kind of like the Android Satara a little bit, and Power of Kroll. I just like Power of Kroll, but it's not the best. I just like it for what it is. It's just not the best. Then, of course, we got to season 17 and then season 18. So he's got 7 great seasons and 7 fantastic years as the 4th Doctor. He's got some great moments like, I say, what a wonderful butler, so violent. I absolutely loved him in Robot, where he's there telling Harry about the TARDIS, and he gives Harry a jelly bone. Harry's half eating the jelly bone, and he literally takes it out of his hand, shoves it in the back, and says, "Oh," he's like in a way he's going, "How dare you insult my TARDIS?" I really like the way Tom Baker just does that. That's like something Tom Baker would actually generally do in person. I really do enjoy other aspects of Tom's Doctor over the years. He's my all-time favourite Doctor. I cannot say that enough. Through TV and Big Finish, he's going to be my all-time favourite. I just really love it. I mean, come on, it's just Tom Baker. Tom Baker is the genius for the Doctor. When he got the role, you could tell he was born to play it. He's funny. He's iconic. He's got some great moments. And I just really love I really love the way his companions is with Sarah Jane, Harry, Leela, K9 Mark 1, K9 Mark 2, Romana 1, Romana 2, Adric, Nissa and Tegan, and then of course he regenerates into Peter Davison. Davison basically inherits his last 3 companions, and I really do enjoy Tom Baker for that, and I really do like the way Tom Baker is in every one of his stories. I mean, come on, it's Tom Baker. I absolutely love it. If I was going to say my 5 favourite Tom Baker stories, well, how am I going to say this? Genesis of the Daleks, City of Death is my top 2 Tom Baker stories. We go to the Image of the Fandal next, and that's a good horror story, and I do like Image of the Fandal. Tennant, A Winged Triumph, and of course, the great story in 5th place, which is one I always go back and rewatch the most. The Ark in Space. They are the 5 fantastic Tom Baker stories I can generally say. Absolutely the 5 best stories for Tom Baker. The rest of these stories are really good as well. I mean, there's only 3 stories that are watchable, but they're not that bad. They're like bad, but you can still watch them. Which is The Leisure Hive, Warrior's Gate, and then of course Destiny of the Daleks. They're the 3 ones of Tom Baker, which is like, I don't watch them the most. Even though they are out on Blu-ray, I have watched them in Blu-ray recently, but I don't really go back and watch them unless I'm rewatching the whole Blu-ray box sets, which, to be honest with you, I've got all the DVDs, I've got the VHSs, as you know, and I go back and watch the Blu-rays more, because it depends what kind of mood I'm in. If I just want to go and watch a story, I'll go and put a DVD on. If I want to watch a whole season and it's on Blu-ray, I'll go and watch a whole season on Blu-ray. If I haven't got it on Blu-ray, I'll watch the whole season on DVD. I just got to be in that kind of mood to watch a story, or if I want to, just watch a whole season. So this is my list of ranking all of the Doctors, and my god, this is becoming nearly a 30-minute episode. So let me know in the comments, how do you rank each incarnation of the Doctor? Which is your favourite Doctors? Please do like, subscribe, and share, and just have a fantastic day. Thank you for watching, and keep being amazing viewers and subscribers.